What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and right now we're going to be talking about an official Madden 23 coin method that's going to help you get your level up and also your coins up super fast. Now, pretty much what's going to happen is as you upgrade your team, it obviously makes it easier for you to play solo battles, head-to-head, and things like that, which is going to also help your level up go really, really quickly. All right, so the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to have to decide what you want to do. Some of you guys are coming in as no money spent. Some of you guys have spent money. You're going to have to figure how you want to get the, inside of the situation right here in the store. Which route do you want to go? All right, let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on. So pretty much the glitch is going to be right here with training, right? So you can either use training or you can go the card route and put the cards together in order to make headliners to complete the sets. Now, I do want to make sure you guys understand, turning the cards into training is probably going to give you the better bet than actually using the cards to make the players. So let me show you what I'm talking about right now. When you go inside your binder, inside your binder, because everything is inside your binder now in Madden 23, make sure you guys get used to using the item manager inside here as well. But what I'm talking about is the sets, right? So when you go down and you take a look at how you can redeem the cards for the headliners, these are your options, right? A gold headliner player, you have to put in 22 players to get that, right? Over here, I think this one is, 78 to 79, if you want to go that route. You got this one right here, 76 to 77. Over here is a 74 to 75. So there's different ways for you to get the headliner players to then complete the sets. And then once you get the master, you can either sell the master, which are these two guys right here, and then get back all the cards you put in, because when you go to their set, obviously you guys have seen this already, you can put the cards in, that, and whatever card you put in is going to give you the identical card back. So it doesn't give you a fantasy pack, it gives you back the identical cards. So make sure the cards you get back, you're going to actually use, because the training values are going to be very, very lower, because they're BNDs, which means they're account bound. You can't auction, sell, or trade them. All right, so this is ultimately what's going on right now. All right, I'm going to show you guys exactly what I did in order to start it, and pretty much you can get these cards for free from strictly grinding the game. House rules in for the headliners promo and playing solo battles and challenges will net you a lot of things as you upgrade your MUT level. All right, so if you're like, yo, G, I don't got any cards to make training stuff like that, you're gonna have to grind it. You're either gonna have to, I'm gonna keep telling you guys, I'm always gonna tell you the truth. This game is one of the more, I guess I want to say the more spendable at launch that I've seen in a long time. Like, you have to spend money in order to do anything. And that's ultimately what's going on here. All right, guys? So first we're going to go to the auction house, which you can also get to from your item manager. This is a huge upgrade for Madden Ultimate Team because you no longer have to keep leaving screens. You can do everything from right here. All right? So pretty much we're going to go to the program, see if they got the headliners, and then we're going to go to the overall that we know are the top overall guys, right? So it's 88, 89. Those are going to be the masters, right? So Snead is about 227. Joe Mixon is about 230. So right now when you're doing it, you're going to have to make sure you keep that evaluation in your mind. Does this make sense the way that you're going about it? Because you can pull one of these guys out of the same set, that's 78 overall, but it's up to you how long you want to keep re-rolling. EA can be very, very dangerous, all right? And you guys know what I mean by that. You can end up rolling and rolling and rolling and not really get anything. So just be very, very careful before you decide to do this, which route to go. But if you know what you're doing and you know how to get rid of the cards as you get them, you'll be all set. All right, so I showed you the different sets that you can go ahead and make the cards out of, using the various gold cards. Right here, why did they have this as a, they have that looking like a rookie premiere, but it doesn't matter. Like EA Sports, it's in the game, dude. It's really a gold headliner, player. Usually what happens is this, right? The game is going to glitch out. Like, some of you guys are getting nervous about it, but don't worry. If that ever happens, or you go to open the pack and it's like really, really big on the screen, just back out. Back out of the screen and it'll go back to being normal. There's a lot of bugs in the game right now because this is the early release, so you got to kind of bear with it. They're going to update it and figure out what's going on with MUT, and later on it'll be a lot better. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the store now. And before we get to that, there was one more thing. I showed you how to use your gold cards to make headliners, which you could then use in the sets to make the headliner players, and then eventually get up to that point where you can go ahead and sell the master, which are the two players that I showed you. But you can also quick sell some of your lower level elites, and you can also continue to use your goals and turn them into lower level elites to make this situation, to get some training to go and gamble. Because I know somebody's going to ask. I know you probably already asked because, you know, the video's been going on for a while. Yo, G, how do you get that training? So pretty much you can transfer your goals into like the low overall 80, whatever, or you can just quick sell the goals that you get them, you know, as you go along. Now remember, I wouldn't sell any 82s because they got the legends coming out, and a lot of these 82s are going to go into the set, so be careful with that. I would just go the lower level 80s that you either get out of the packs that you get for free, or, you know, whatever you guys are doing. Get rid of a few of these, right? So that's 1200 training. Now, as far as the sets go, this is what I was talking about so you guys can actually see it. The 80 overall right here. So 80 to 81 overalls. If you want to just redeem it, it lets you know the overalls to the players and stuff like that. You can go ahead and select redeem. Like you see that welcome the Mutt, Joe Burrow. When are we ever going to use that? Like we definitely don't care about it, right? So those type of cards that give you a little less training and things like that, you can then go ahead, redeem the set, and then, you know, eventually this game will load back up. That's another thing that's going on. There's a delay, but that's not the first time that that's happened. Once EA figures out what's happening and they update MUT, you won't have problems with that. I just wanted to show you guys how you do it. You can easily go through all your goals and make low-level elites, and then as you make them, you go ahead and quick sell them, or you can directly quick sell the goals. And then once you do that, and now you have currency, you jump over into, you know, inside the store, you go over to the headliners. All right, now you can go training or you can go directly to the headliners. It doesn't really matter. Now the next thing is this. What is the better set, the 78 plus or the 74? I would probably say from the luck that I got from the 78 plus, the 78 plus is better, but you would have to accumulate enough training to see what exactly it's going to give you out. But just remember, these players have a lot of value right now, and they will later. Like, you can still make stuff from it, so it's not something crazy. Like, these 82s are going to be very, very expensive once the legends drop, because there's a certain amount of 82s that go into the set for Randy Moss and things like that. So you don't want to get rid of any 82s, but those 82s then make 86s, and then the 86s make the 89. So this is what you have to be able to evaluate. All right, how much do I want to spend? So I'm going to say I'm going to open 4 of these and see what EA is trying to do. I'll open up 4 and see what's going on. All right, so we got that Trey Lance, cool. All right, that was the second one. We'll open up another one. Bam. What do we got going on right here? Let's see what this is. And what do we got? Boom. And what is it? 82? All right, cool. We got another 82. All right, and now this is the last one, because like I said, I'm only going based on how much training I made. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going above and beyond with it. So that's what I made from there. Okay, now you take what you got from that and you turn it into coins, either by selling it based on the value or putting it into a set if you're close to completing that set. You guys get what I'm getting at? So right here, we can go ahead and check the prices. So like I told you, we're not going to sell the 82s. The 82s are going to stay because their value should go up if they go into the set for Randy Moss, that halfback, well, not the halfback, the cornerback, out of position. So these lower level ones, you're probably like, yo, G, what do I do with the lower level ones? So you go back over to the sets and you could use the lower level 70s or whatever that are in those sets for these sets right here. So where we at? The gold headliner players. You got that using the silvers and the golds. And then over here, you got the lower level, you know, the exchange right here. So with the way that everything works out, you could definitely, if you go the lower route with the lower 74 plus, you can use these to make 78 to 79s. And then if you go the route I went and spent more training for the higher overall ones, you can see that they go into these sets for like the, you know, the 82s. So when you make the 82s, you could then go ahead and, you know, either put those into this set that's above it to make the 86s. And then once it loads up, we'll go here. So these 86s, you can go here. Like right now, we're almost done with this because you can use it for this set as well. And then you go ahead and make, you know, after you make the 86, you have the versions of them to make the 89. And then after you make the 89, the way you're going to make the coins is you're going to sell the master and then use all of the specific headliners that are 86. You're going to use them as B&Ds in your lineup. For instance, I had bought that Donald Parham early, but then I went ahead and did the set and got another one that was B&D. So I used the B&D one that's account bound, and I still have an auctionable one. So you can make coins like that. Like I'm literally sitting on this method, and you can make so much coins if you just take your time going ahead and doing it, right? And then once, like I said, you're also building your team with any of these 86s that you get back. in the set. So, you know, pretty much you could go through this whole line and see what's there. The tight end, the wide receiver, running right outside linebacker, the right end, and Carson Wentz. And then as you build your team, you're also making coins. All right, guys? If you have any other questions or comments, please feel free to leave it in the comment section. Anything you didn't understand, let me know. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love, y'all.